This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
I mean, we're just going to keep fighting. I don't know what to say. You know, I gotta do what we have to do. I don't like where we are, but.
Right now at 4, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker caught on a hot mic discussing President Biden's and concerns over his bid for re-election. The comments coming during an event in Chicago just yesterday. Now, publicly, the governor stood behind President Biden following last month's debate. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Hours ago, the governor made a visit to East St. Louis, where a new public safety building opened today. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, asked Governor Pritzker about his comments and whether President Biden should step down. Mark joins us in the newsroom now with more on their conversation. Mark?
Yeah, Kay and Brent, the hits keep coming for President Biden. His devastating debate performance opened the floodgates to criticism and skepticism within the Democratic Party, and big questions lingering about Biden's staying power. Just recently on CNN, Pritzker called the conversation about this Democratic nomination a, quote, healthy discussion. He also pledged his support for Biden as long as he stays in the race. But again today, Pritzker said it's totally reasonable for doubters to raise questions. He said Democrats are not a cult, and questioning or challenging the party leader is open game. But if Biden is the right guy for the job, then why is he still struggling to put all these questions to rest?
Look, when you stumble in a highly watched debate, people want to know if you can continue, right? They want to know if you can overcome the bad press that you got during that debate. And I think they were slow out of the gates after the debate to make it clear to people that he's going to be the candidate and that he's capable of taking on and beating Donald Trump. And he's doing that now. He's convincing everybody. And I think that's great. And hopefully we'll get past the naysayers, the concerned. But we should listen to them. I also want to be clear, nobody should denigrate people who are asking questions. It's a totally reasonable thing to do. But Joe Biden has said he's going to be our nominee, so we've got to pull together, especially to beat Donald Trump.
And just today, 2 Illinois Democrats in Congress have joined the calls for Biden to step aside. Just yesterday, it was actor George Clooney leveling hard truths about Biden's age, saying the one battle Biden cannot win is the one against time. Clooney also joined the growing calls for Pritzker to step up and describe his vision for the future of the country.
All right, thank you, Mark. In about 90 minutes, President Biden will hold a solo news conference at the NATO summit in Washington. Biden says he's committed to staying in the race, and his campaign announced an aggressive travel schedule for the month. His allies have encouraged him to take on more unscripted opportunities like town halls and news conferences.
Joe Biden's never been a flawless, smooth, and perfect speaker, but he's always spoken from the heart. What my colleagues needed to see was him engaging and fighting, and that's what they're seeing.
Biden has held a historically low number of news conferences compared to his most recent predecessors. When he takes the podium around 5:30 tonight, it will be just the 15th time he has held a solo news conference. You'll be able to see it live right here on 5 on Your Side during NBC Nightly News. And be sure to tune in to 5 on Your Side this Monday. NBC Nightly News anchor Lester Holt will sit down with President Biden in an exclusive one-on-one interview. You can watch that primetime special right here on 5 on Your Side starting at 8 o'clock Monday. Breaking news in the city of Manchester. Today, the city announces major changes within the police department. Police Chief Scott Will has been placed on paid administrative leave, all as part of an ongoing investigation. Lieutenant Ed Skaggs was named acting chief. Deputy Police Chief Captain Craig Smith also resigned from his position on Tuesday. The city of Manchester says it's not commenting on details related to the changes within the department.
Well, we now know what sparked a shooting outside of a Soulard bar overnight. Just before 11:30 last night, police responded to a fight that led to a shooting outside of Molly's. Investigators say 2 suspects stole a phone and a wristwatch from a customer inside of the bar. After being kicked out, a fight started between the suspects and a group of people. During that fight, one suspect took out a gun and shot a man in the leg. He had to go to the hospital. One man was arrested, the other got away. Tonight, St. Louis police will welcome new officers to the force. 9 officers are set to graduate from the police academy. The ceremony happens at 7 tonight at St. Louis University High School. It comes as the police department works to fill some 300 officer positions.
Right now, the Liberty Fire Department in the Kansas City area is mourning the loss of a firefighter with ties to St. Louis. Steve Sanneman died Sunday after a 5-week battle with metastatic pancreatic cancer. The 52-year-old's death was recognized as a line of duty death because his cancer diagnosis was caused by his profession. Sanneman was a St. Louis native, graduated from St. John Vianney High School. He served 10 years in St. Louis before serving another 2 decades in Liberty. A funeral service will take place Saturday. Funeral services have also been announced for Boone County Assistant Fire Chief Matt Tobin. He died Monday morning during a water rescue effort near Columbia. Visitation will be held tomorrow, 3 to 8 p.m. at Oltman Funeral Home in Union. The funeral will be Saturday at 11 a.m. at East Central College.
Let's turn now to your weather impact forecast. We have a live look coming in over downtown St. Louis. Some areas could see a pop-up shower or storm. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell with a first look.
We've seen a couple of them pop up this afternoon, and there will be a few more before the night is done. Take a look at your weather impact Doppler radar, and we're looking at most of the action east and south of St. Louis right now, and it's very much isolated. We're not seeing a whole lot of activity, but you're seeing a few downpours that develop and then they fall apart. One just went through Waterloo, another one just went through Trenton, is now headed into the Breeze area and just south of Breeze right now. In fact, we've been watching that on our weather camera here looking from O'Fallon, Illinois, and you see the dark skies there, a bit ominous. Otherwise, across the area, we are talking about temperatures close to 90 degrees right now, and yes, we will continue with that spot shower or thunderstorm chance. Tomorrow, an air quality alert for the metro St. Louis area. You notice today the winds aren't all that strong. Tomorrow, even lighter winds across the area. That will allow the pollution to accumulate, and if you're in that unhealthy for sensitive groups, our older folks, those with respiratory heart problems, you're the target for that tomorrow. You don't want to spend a lot of time during the day in the afternoon hours, especially as that ozone builds up because of the pollution. We will have some spot rain chances right into Saturday morning, but otherwise it's mainly dry for the majority of us, and the heat building over the weekend will turn out to be the big story heading into early next week, Kay.
All right, thank you, Scott. There's a new place to eat at City Garden, and it's a name that will be familiar to South City burger lovers.
Well, you might remember it as a popular meeting spot on Laclede's Landing, the former bar that could now become the office for a branch of the military.
And concert goers got some satisfaction 46 years ago tonight. We'll take you back to when the Rolling Stones played the Keel.